Hi, this is Nathan Hopkins from 3xmethod.com, and this is another episode of Testosterone TV. And today we are going to talk about eating like a man and the 5 natural ways that you can boost your testosterone and muscle mass. Now, testosterone, this is what we're talking about. It's good for the male body. It's what builds your muscles. It's what increases your sex drive or your libido. It's why you want to punish one of your buddies when they decide to go to the lane while you're on the basketball court, or maybe when they try and tag you out at second base. It's what drives you to succeed in life, you know, in the boardroom, in the bedroom, in the weight room, you know, all facets of it. Now, unfortunately, around age 30, and for some people even younger, depending on diet and, you know, sedentary lifestyle, etc., your T levels start to decrease. And by T levels, I mean testosterone. Your body literally starts producing less testosterone, just as this guy just to the right. Now, it also increases your chances of developing osteoporosis and erectile dysfunction. Also increases your chances of getting man boobs. I know I referenced the guy to the right just a second ago, but you know that is an issue, and we'll talk about it in a minute. Now, what do you do to prevent this? Eat like a man and do things men should do. There are ways to naturally slow down or even stop the decline of your testosterone levels. First way I would like to point out would be a good workout program. If you're watching this video, most likely you're already doing 3X Method, which is a workout program I designed specifically for men. Now, so that's the first one. I mean, if you're not doing 3X Method, you know, do another one. The main thing is to do a workout program where you're doing at least 3 sets of, you know, areas of where it works out areas of your body, like some of the major areas like chest, back, legs, things like that. Now, the other area is diet, and I'm going to recommend you eat like a caveman. I know that sounds funny, but you know, I'm going to go through some of the best testosterone boosting foods right now. And the first one is, you know, start the day in a manly way, and by that I mean eat an egg. Eat 1 egg a day, and not like Johnny Roughnut's over there to the left that's drinking an egg Rocky style. Now, the reason why you want to eat an egg, cooked that is, egg yolk contains cholesterol, and cholesterol actually happens to be the building block of all steroidal hormones. Now, don't worry about, you know, it increasing your testosterone level. There's enough research that shows that you can eat 1 egg a day without hurting your heart or increase, you know, like doing something that's going to damage your heart. Now, check with your doctor first if you have an issue with cholesterol to, you know, get them to sign off on that. But you know, that so far that's what the research indicates. Also, eggs happen to be one of the most biologically sound proteins there are. So you know, it's going to help you with your muscle recovery after workouts and, you know, putting on muscle mass. So keep that in mind. Now, second, red meat. What I consider to be the staple of all that is man. It is quite literally the trifecta of testosterone production. It contains zinc, protein, and fat, all things that help increase testosterone. Now, fat literally equals higher levels of testosterone within reason. There was a research study done at Penn State where the subjects that were given fat versus the ones that had fat taken out of their diet had higher to increased levels of testosterone. Now, as I mentioned before, moderation is key. Eat trimmed cups of beef, and you'll get enough of the fat that you need. And you definitely want to limit saturated fat, so stay away from, you know, butters. You want to stay away from lard, so, you know, really try and stay away as much as possible from the fried food. You know, splurge every once in a while is not a bad thing, but don't overdo it. You want to increase your monounsaturated fats. You can get that from olive oil, nuts. You know, that's going to help actually lower your LDL cholesterol level. It also helps burn fat and increase your blood circulation. So, you know, eating things like walnuts, if you have, you know, erectile dysfunction, that'll actually help circulation, help your sexual performance, as well as, you know, just have a healthier body. Next, moving right along, if you want to protect your manhood, you want to do it with oysters. Now, I'm not a big fan of oysters personally, but you know what? Nut up or shut up. This is an excellent source of zinc. Literally, 6 raw oysters is 32 milligrams worth of zinc, which is, you know, more than your daily allowance recommended for zinc. But it's not going to hurt you to have that much. Now, moving right along, if you want to definitely decrease your chance of being a girly man, you're going to want to eat cruciferous vegetables, things like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cabbage. And the reason why is they are absolutely chock full of indole-3-carbinol, which, according to Rockefeller University study, actually helps decrease the amount of estrogen that is made in the male body. And whether you knew that or not, you actually do have estrogen in your body. Just ask the guy down to the right. He's done a lot of good stuff for people in weight loss and health, but a little bit of a girly guy. So definitely want to eat those vegetables. It'll help, not necessarily increase your testosterone, but indirectly it'll help by decreasing the estrogen levels in your bodies, which could help you with the man boob area. So here's also, if you'd like a surefire way to decrease your T levels, binge drink and it shall shrink, my friends. A study from Fertility and Sterility Journal revealed that 10 or more drinks per week can actually significantly not only lower your testosterone, but even lower your sperm count. So if you're planning on procreating, um, might want to veer from the binge drinking. Now, also, if you look over left and you see Mr. Tuxedo Guy right there, if you find yourself in these situations more often than you would like, there's a good chance that you might be drinking too much, and it might be worth mentioning to you. You're probably not doing this, but maybe you know someone that is. Chronic alcohol consumption eventually will cause a man's testosterone levels to convert to the female hormone estradiol. Now, over time, it's not unusual for somebody that drinks that much to sprout enlarged man breasts. I had that picture earlier that I showed, and not making light of that situation. There's lots of people that have that issue, and it's unfortunate. But fortunately, there are foods and exercise that you can do that can help reverse that. So, big picture. If you want more muscle and less fat, you want to maintain your competitive edge in the boardroom, in the bedroom, in the weight room, on the court, wherever it is that you are, pay attention to what you eat, man. Seriously. Now that's it. Those are the 5 things I wanted to mention to you about naturally boosting your testosterone. Again, my name is Nathan Hopkins. Odds are, if you're seeing this video, like I've said, you're probably already subscribed to my newsletter. If not, you can sign up for it over at www.3xmethod.com. You can also find me on YouTube by searching 3X Method, and that's without a space. So this is Nathan Hopkins, and this concludes another episode of Testosterone TV from 3xmethod.com. Thank you.